Hi, it's Paul with OurChurch.com. Thanks for joining me for this website design frequently asked questions video. In this video, I'm going to talk about 5 things you need to know before you hire a web developer. Now, maybe you watched our earlier video about how to know if you need a new website, and you've determined that you and your organization need a new website, but now you need to figure out, well, what are the things that we need to design internally before we start talking with web design companies? These are 5 things I think are really important to figure out before you start those kinds of discussions with the companies, because they're going to ask you about them and your design decisions are going to be determined by these things. All right, well, let's hit it. First thing you need to know is your web team. Internally, who's going to be making the decisions? Who's going to be in on discussing the design options, the website developers you're considering, all of those things. Figure out your team first before you decide who you're going to hire to build your website. Second, the purpose of your website. When you talk with a website developer, they should really be designing a website that is going to help you live out your mission online and accomplish your goals. So if you don't know what your goals are yet, if you don't know what you want your website to accomplish for you, then you're not going to be able to tell them what kind of website to build for you. So, for example, if you're a church, you're probably going to want your website to help you reach people in your community. But you may also have other things that you want to accomplish with your website. Do you want your website to be able to do live streaming for you so that you can reach people who are not gathering in your church building? Are you going to want your website to be able to help you organize small groups or life groups? Are you going to want other things to be accomplished through your website? Those are important questions to answer before you hire a website developer. A third thing you need to know before you hire a web design company is your budget. There is going to be a price involved in this, and you're going to have to know how much you're willing to invest in your website. And I really want to stress that point too, that your website really is an investment. It's an investment in your outreach, it's an investment in your community, it's an investment in your growth. And so be thinking about what you're willing to invest in order to reach more people, either with your church, with your school, with your ministry, or your business. A fourth thing you need to know is your SEO plan. SEO is search engine optimization, and many organizations just assume that their website developer is going to optimize their website so it shows up at the top of the search rankings. Well, this is not true. There is a lot of time and effort and steps that are involved in search engine optimization. And so if you don't make a decision about your SEO plan beforehand, you're probably not going to have a website that is optimized for good search results. So figure out who is going to optimize your website. You're going to hire a company to do that. Is it going to be the same company that builds your website? Or are you going to have somebody internal on your staff who understands SEO and is going to be able to optimize your website for you? Now, if you, the best way to do this really is a company that specializes in both website design and SEO, and they can optimize your website as they're building it. That's something that we can do. And so if you incorporate this in your SEO plan, it's going to make both the design and SEO processes go better and be more effective. But either way, know your SEO plan going into your talk with your web developers. And fifth and final thing you need to know before you hire a web developer is, what is your plan to measure the effectiveness of your website? A lot of times we find months later, after we have built a website for a client, that they're not happy with it for some reason. And oftentimes it's because they didn't decide beforehand what was going to make them happy. So is your measurement for success the number of new people who come to visit your church? Is your measurement for success the number of new students you get at your school? Is your measurement for success the number of new clients you get for your business? Or is it something completely different? You need to know these things beforehand, because when you're hiring your web developer, you want to communicate that to them so they can build a website that is genuinely going to help you to accomplish your mission and your goal. All right, so these are 5 things to know before you hire your web developer. What's your web team? What's the purpose of your website? Your budget, your SEO plan, and your plan to measure effectiveness. So if you don't know these things yet, talk about them amongst your team. But you know what? You can, if you have trouble defining these things, we would be more than happy to help you with these questions, with these issues. So you can go ahead and email us at support@OurChurch.com, or give us a call, schedule a call, and we would love to help you in your process of figuring out these items for you before you hire a web developer. Thanks for watching this video.